Hey, good morning. It's July 5th. We made it through the July 4th holiday. Hopefully all of you guys are safe. You didn't burn yourself up with firecrackers. And you got some rest. Anyway, yeah, 4th of July is over with. We have our daily reading that we're going to do today. I hope you guys enjoyed the fact that I have chapters now, if you look at the bottom of the videos, so that if I start mumbling here at this point in the video and you don't want to hear it and you just want to be like, okay, cool, get to the reading of the Word of God so we can read together, then great. Or if you're just like, all I really want to do is hear me chit-chat at the beginning of this video and chit-chat at the end of the video, well, now there's the chapters at the bottom of the video. So just touch it at touch your screen and then kind of drag your finger and you should be able to see like maybe titles of portions of the video of like, Jimmy just talks crap. Jimmy begins reading his Bible. Jimmy's ending thoughts. And you can kind of jump to that stuff. I think that I don't want to do that in between the reading of the Word, but it may happen because that might be a wiser way to have these videos to share thoughts with each other. I had a group of guys that we would get together and do Bible study or Bible reading or how it applies to our life type of stuff. And a lot of times they cancel those appointments. It's almost as though it's like how, when I talk about yesterday, how we start reading our Bible, how the world will pull you away from the Bible. It's like even with guys who want to get together and do Bible study, they will say they want to do that. And then what they wind up doing is they create a group of text messages of people the day before going, oh yeah, not going to be able to make it. Yeah, not going to be able to make it. Yeah, I got something else going on. Yeah, I can't, I'm not going to be able to. It's like, there's always it seems like just a waste of time. But you know what's fun is that that's not what we do here. I have been guilty of something called legalism. Legalism is basically kind of like if you think of the Old Testament and the Jews in Jesus's day, in the story of the Bible where they're like, listen, my food's got to be kosher. We don't break the 10 Commandments. We don't work on Sunday. And I mean, work means anything. Did you blow your nose on a Sunday? That's too much work. Like, I'm not that way of legalism, but I've been labeled legalistic in the sense that I just want to keep it like this, If we say we're going to read the Bible every single day and we say that we're going to get through it, then guess what? You'd better show up. You'd better read it daily. And if you miss a day, you know what? There's a little bit of grace. There's some forgiveness. But you had better get back on the ball. You're either here to do this or you're not here to do this at all. See what I mean? Very legalistic, right? It's a personality trait that's not attractive, I guess, and I need to work on it. But today we are going to read, again, kind of middle of chapter 17 here in the book of Proverbs, July 5th, in the Daily Walk New Living Translation. If you didn't know why I'm doing that, it should say NLT at the bottom of this Bible here. But yeah. And we're going to begin reading. I hope you have a cup of coffee. I totally forgot my highlighter. That is not cool. So, yeah, I'm going to dirty this Bible up with a pen. And what I'll do is I'll just circle any little number of the verse that I might have enjoyed. So if you see me do that, that might be what I'm doing. And maybe I'll stop and I'll talk about things. Guys, let's get into the reading of the Word and move on with our day. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 20. The crooked heart will not prosper. The lying tongue tumbles into trouble. It is painful to be the parent of a fool. There is no joy for the father of a rebel. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. The wicked take secret bribes to pervert the course of justice. Sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom. but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. Foolish children bring grief to their father and bitterness to the one who gave them birth. It is wrong to punish the godly for being good, or to flog leaders for being honest. A truly wise person uses few words. A person with understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. Chapter 18. Unfriendly people care only about themselves. They lash out at common sense. Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. Doing wrong leads to disgrace, and scandalous behavior brings contempt. Wise words are like deep waters. Wisdom flows from the wise like a bubbling brook. It is not right to acquit the guilty or deny justice to the innocent. Fools' words get them into constant quarrels. They are asking for a beating. The mouths of fools are their ruin. They trap themselves with their lips. Rumors are dainty morsels that sink deep into one's heart. A lazy person is as bad as someone who destroys things. The name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. The rich think of their wealth as a strong defense. They imagine it to be a high wall of safety. Haughtiness goes before destruction. Humility precedes honor. Spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish. The human spirit can endure a sick body, but who can bear a crushed spirit? Intelligent people are always ready to learn. Their ears are open for knowledge. Giving a gift can open doors. It gives access to important people. The first to speak in court sounds right until the cross-examination begins. Flipping a coin can end arguments. It settles disputes between powerful opponents. An offended friend is harder to win back than a fortified city. Arguments separate friends like a gates locked with bars. Wise words satisfy like a good meal. The right words bring satisfaction. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. The man who finds a wife finds a treasure, and he receives favor from the Lord. The poor plead for mercy and are rich. The poor plead for mercy. The rich answer with insults. There are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother. Video idea here at the end of chapter 18, and I thought you could honestly take every single proverb that talks about money and try to put them together and make a video or a book or an idea and sell the book, I guess, about like how do you actually become wealthy according to the proverbs. Where are the contradictions, if there are any, because it seems like it, but maybe we should just spend time with all these verses. And the other thing you can do is how to be wise and how to be foolish. Break these things down so they're not just like one verse, wise, foolish. Here's the wisdom and here's the foolish. I don't know, just a thought. Also, I will say something I've never noticed before. How I've mentioned to you guys how these chapters will end in the center of a chapter. I'm sorry, how your daily walk your daily walk days will end in the middle of chapters. But I have noticed something interesting. It almost is there's a person. There's like an image of someone walking at the beginning of some of these chapter numbers. And I guess we could just keep reading until we actually finish a chapter instead of cutting in half. I'm not sure. But maybe that's something we'll look into. Maybe we'll do it today. Let's pick back up on chapter 19. Better to be poor and honest than to be dishonest and a fool. Enthusiasm without knowledge is no good. Haste makes mistakes. People ruin their lives by their own foolishness and then are angry at the Lord. Wealth makes many friends. Poverty drives them all away. A false witness will not go unpunished, nor a liar escape. Many seek favors from a ruler. Everyone is the friend of a person who gives gifts. The relatives of the poor despise them. How much more will their friends avoid them? Though the poor plead with them, their friends are gone. To acquire wisdom is to love yourself. People who cherish understanding will prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished, and a liar will be destroyed. It isn't right for a fool to live in luxury or a slave to rule over the princes. Sensible people control their temper. They earn respect by overlooking wrongs. The king's anger is like a lion's roar, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A foolish child is a calamity to a father. A quarrelsome wife is as annoying as a constant dripping. Fathers give their sons an inheritance of houses and wealth, but only the Lord can give an understanding wife. Lazy people sleep soundly, but idleness leaves them hungry. Keep the commandments and keep your life. Despising them leads to death. If you help the poor, you are lending to the Lord, and he will repay you. Discipline your children while there is hope, otherwise you will ruin their lives. Hot-tempered people must pay the penalty. If you rescue them once, you will have to do it again. Get all the advice and instruction you can so you will be wise the rest of your life. You can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose will prevail. Loyalty makes a person attractive. It is better to be poor than dishonest. Fear the Lord leads to life, bringing security and protection from harm. Lazy people take food in their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouths. If you punish a mocker, the simple-minded will learn a lesson. If you correct the wise, they will all be wiser. Children who mistreat their father or chase away their mother are an embarrassment and a public disgrace. If you stop listening to instruction, my child, you will turn your back on knowledge. A corrupt witness makes a mockery of justice. The mouth of the wicked gulps down evil. Punishment is made for mockers, and the backs of fools are made to be beaten. Chapter 20. Wine produces mockers. Alcohol leads to brawls. Those led astray by drink cannot be wise. A king's fury is like a lion's roar. To rouse his anger is to risk your life. Avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Only fools insist on quarreling. Those too lazy to plow in the right season will have no food at the harvest. Though good advice lies deep within the heart, a person with understanding will draw it out. Many will say they are loyal friends, but who can find one who is truly reliable? The godly walk with integrity. Blessed are the children who follow them. When a king sits in judgment, he weighs all the evidence. distinguishing the bad from the good. Who can say, I have cleansed my heart, I am pure and free of sin? False weights are unequal measurements. The Lord detests double standards of every kind. Even children are known by the way they act, whether their conduct is pure and whether it is right. Ears to hear and eyes to see, both are gifts from the Lord. If you love sleep and you sorry guys, I had a moment there. Sometimes reading, I lose my pace. Chapter 20, verse 13. If you love sleep, you will end in poverty. Keep your eyes open. There will be Sorry guys, let's do this again. If you love sleep, you will end in poverty. Keep your eyes open, and there will be plenty to eat. The buyer haggles over the price, saying, it's worthless, then brags about getting a bargain. That's a weird proverb. Wise words are more valuable than much gold and many rubies. Get security from someone who guarantees a stranger's debt. Get a deposit if he does it for foreigners. I don't understand that. Doesn't that go against some of the things we've already read about people's debt? Stolen bread tastes sweet, but it turns to gravel in the mouth. Plans succeed through good counsel. Don't go to war without wise advice. A gossip goes around telling secrets, so don't hang around with chatterers. If you insult your father or mother, your light will be snuffed out in total darkness. An inheritance obtained too early in life is not a blessing in the end. Don't say, I will get even for this wrong. Wait for the Lord to handle the matter. The Lord detests double standards. He is not pleased by dishonest scales. The Lord directs our steps, so why try to understand everything along the way? Don't trap yourself by making a rash promise to God and only later counting the cost. A wise king scatters the wicked like wheat, then ruins. That's not what it says. It says, a wise king scatters the wicked like wheat, then runs his threshing wheel over them. Wow, that means he kills them. The Lord's light penetrates the human spirit, exposing every hidden motive. Unfailing love and faithful protect the king. This has been a terrible reading, guys. I apologize how bad this has been. So I'm going to try this again. I'm having a tough day reading, and I don't like the way I'm twisting my spine. Let's pick back up on verse 27 in chapter 20. The Lord's light penetrates the human spirit, exposing every hidden motive. Unfailing love and faithfulness protect the king. His throne is made secure through love. The glory of the young is their strength. The gray hair of experience is the splendor of the old. Physical punishment cleanses away evil. Such discipline purifies the heart. That is a difficult verse. People do not want to hear that. Physical punishment cleanses away evil. Such discipline purifies the heart. All right, that's what New Living Translation says, guys. Yeah, take that one for what it is. Chapter 21. The king's heart is like a stream of water directed by the Lord. He guides it wherever he pleases. People may be right in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their heart. The Lord is more pleased when we do what is right and just than when we offer him sacrifices. That's a very good verse that you'll hear a lot because poor people are talking about, well, I don't tithe enough, and God doesn't want your tithe. He wants your obedience. He wants you to do what's right and serve Him, not your money. The money's not about giving it to Him. It's already His anyway. He can take it from you the moment He wants it. It's about obeying. And that's enough said there. Haughty eyes. I don't like that word. Haughty eyes, a proud heart, and evil actions are all sin. Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. Wealth created by a lying tongue is a vanishing mist and a deadly trap. The violence of the wicked sweeps them away because they refuse to do what is just. The guilty walk a crooked path, the innocent travel a straight road. It's better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home. Evil people desire evil. Their neighbors get no mercy from them. If you punish a mocker, the simple-minded become wise. If you instruct the wise, they will be all the wiser. The righteous one knows what is going on in the homes of the wicked. He will bring disaster upon them. Those who shut their ears to the cries of the poor will be ignored in their own time of need. The secret gift calms anger. A bribe under the table pacifies fury. It's interesting. Are we supposed to be leading people? Are we supposed to? Is the Bible leading us to bribe people? That's just a very interesting verse. I've read that a few times. And bribing is okay. Interesting. Justice is a joy to the godly, but it terrifies evildoers. A person who strays from common sense will end up in the company of the dead. Those who love pleasure become poor. Those who love wine and luxury will never be rich. The wicked are punished in place of the godly, and traitors in place of the honest. I'm going to try something new. Technically, we're going to the next day now, but let's finish this chapter. Verse 19. It's better to live alone in the desert than with a quarrelsome, complaining wife. The wise have wealth and luxury, but fools spend whatever they get. Whoever pursues righteousness and unfailing love will find life, righteousness, and honor. The wise conquer the city of the strong and level the fortress in which they trust. Watch your tongue and keep your mouth shut, and you will stay out of trouble. Mockers are proud and haughty. They act with boundless arrogance. Despite their desires, the lazy will come to ruin, for their heads refuse to work. Because their hands refuse to work. Some people are always greedy for more, but the godly love to give. The sacrifice of an evil person is detestable, especially when it is offered with wrong motives. A false witness will be cut off, but a credible witness will be allowed to speak. The wicked bluff their way through, but the virtuous think before they act. No human wisdom or understanding or plan can stand against the Lord. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but the victory belongs to the Lord. That's it for the reading, guys. So we can create a new chapter here now, and we can just talk about what we read. I like the idea of being able to finish the chapter and starting off, where the new chapter begins in the next day. So maybe we'll do that. I hope that works out for the rest of these books coming up, because we got some good books coming, man. We got let's just flip ahead. Isaiah. Woo! Whoop-de-doo. Guys, we are going to read the Bible every single day. If we don't understand anything, then we just keep reading, okay? I am hungry. I don't know about you guys in the morning time when you guys get up. Some people aren't hungry in the morning and totally don't eat breakfast. But boy, I'm ready to have some breakfast. Which, by the way, guys, I mentioned at the beginning of this video that a lot of guys will they'll cancel. I don't know why I can't say certain words. Cancel. It's the Southern in me, guys. I was born in Southern America, and sometimes I just don't clear my throat. I don't get my fat tongue out of the way of my mouth before I start speaking properly. So some words don't come out so well. So I'm sorry about that. But let me get back to my point. This is kind of very enjoyable that I get to spend Bible time with people on the internet, and we get to have Bible study every single day. You guys can comment, underneath. I can think about these things. We can build each other up just by watching these videos together. When you get together with other guys personally, they can pray for you. They can hear your troubles and stuff like that. But sometimes when you get together in those Bible studies, all it becomes is a woe is me gathering. My life is so bad. Oh, by the way, I didn't read the Bible yesterday. I have nothing to add to the wisdom of us growing closer to God. But my life's terrible, so listen to me, pray for me. You don't know what it's like. And it's like people start dragging people down. It's like it gets off a course. We're all supposed to be growing personally closer to God. So why don't we just think of this YouTube thing as that? This is our Bible study. If you don't have a group of friends, if you're embarrassed to have a group of friends, if you're embarrassed to ask people to do a Bible study, if you don't know how to have a Bible study, then do it here, right? Do it with me. Do it right here on this YouTube channel. Comment below if there was a verse that meant something to you. It doesn't even have to mean anything to me, but if it meant something to you, talk about it. Talk about it. If you want to try to memorize that verse, how you're going to apply it to your day. If you failed, I think I'm going to create a video about us having Bible study together. And I don't even know if I'd call it Bible study. I think it's Bible reading is just fine. But how to apply it to our lives is what's really important. If no one else watches these videos, it's okay. They may get longer. I know that you probably think this video is already too long, but I can imagine that my videos are going to get longer because I really want to spend time soaking in the word myself and not just reading it and then getting upset that I didn't say a word correctly while I was reading and then turn the video off. I want to spend more time with it. So next day, we've got, it looks like a short one. So instead of reading it as fast as I can, I want to take it pretty slow. We're going to title this video, Let's Have a Bible Study Together, because that's what I want to do, guys. By the way, these Bibles probably aren't built the best, right? You will notice that if you start reading this thing daily, man, it's going to get a little rough, right? You think your highlighter and your pen marks and your marks inside there are one thing, but the front edges of this, paper-bound, heavy Bible are going to get messed up. I mean, try to keep it in best condition that you can, guys, but I've got one I could show you maybe in a future video of how I went through it 3 times, and it's falling apart. You probably would like to see that, so maybe sometime soon. Guys, I hope you enjoyed your morning reading, July 5th. Gosh. Don't forget about the chapters I'm going to create at the bottom of these videos so you can skip along. Thank you for spending time with me, and let's learn how to apply God's